Hello everyone, my name is Israel Torres, and this is my final presentation in project and portfolio number 3. Well, in the last classes, I have been learning about C#. Um, I have been learning about polymorphisms, inheritance, abstract classes, and then I have been working too with a MySQL database. I learned how to create, read, update, and delete data from a database. Then I learned some tools to get a good design for my web applications. How to make sketch, how to prototype applications, and the principles of the design. So I have been working with Adobe XD, Photoshop, and Adobe Illustrator to get a good design for my web applications. Then I learned in deep more about C#, and I have been working with window forms. I learned about event handles and how to get data from a JSON file or XML file using Ajax. Then in this class I have been working with JavaScript. JavaScript is one of the most important programming language for a web developer because it's the language that all the browsers understand. And I have been working with it, using it to get information from a JSON file, communicating with the API, with the web API, getting data using fetch. Then I have been working with JavaScript to prototype my applications and get a dynamic application. In this class, I have been working in 4 projects. The number 1 project was injecting external data using JavaScript. I made a JSON file with all the information about the Caribbean cities because that's my theme in this class. I made that JSON file with all the pictures, name of the country, description, price, reviews, rating, more information, and I got that information using JavaScript, using Ajax in JavaScript. For the second project, it's something similar. I have created a dynamic gallery for my application using all the pictures about the Caribbean countries. I got that information from my JSON file using Ajax with JavaScript. The third project was making a form validation. I made a form using the validation in JavaScript. I have been using the event listeners in JavaScript to get a validation for my form, to get a good behavior on my form. To if all the inputs on my form are completed, the button, the submit button, will work. If not, it doesn't work. That's the validation that I did for this form. In the final application, I used an open source API. It's a REST API. Its name is REST countries, and that is an API that you can get information about the Caribbean countries. And I request that information using fetch in JavaScript, and I get the information from that API. I get the flag for every country, the name of the country, the capital, the population, time zones, and currencies. And that was my last application. Well, in this class, this month, I have been learning more about JavaScript. I'm really enjoying programming, and I spent too much hours in front my computer trying to progress in my career. I'm so happy about that. I have been learning some tips to get the better way to becoming a good web developer. I learned about how inject external data JSON in my application using JavaScript. I was researching about user testing, that is the better way to get feedback about the users, and get better our applications. Also, I learned about JavaScript event listeners and for validation performing. Finally, I was learning about how to work with open source APIs in my web application using JavaScript. I hope everyone enjoyed my presentation and have a great day.